Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Exotic Creation, coming to you guys with another video. And this is going to be another episode for, yep, you know it, Gene Chasers. This Gene Chaser series, we wanted to coin a really cool name, a really catchy name, because we knew we was going to have this going for quite some time as we kind of venture off and educate ourselves and get into different genes, different combos, and go down several different paths. We want to bring you along the way with us. We want to bring you along the way with some of our ID and woes, our breeding issues, and everything else under the sun. So hit that subscribe button so you can follow our whole journey under the Flawless brand. But this specific series is hopefully to put this out there and help assist with some of the ID and issues that we have, and if we're having them, we're sure other people are having them, and putting more videos out there to hopefully educate as well as give visual displays and examples of what other animals and combos may look like, which in turn will make things a little bit easier for when you're maybe IDing your hands-on animals that you're producing. If producing content like that is for you, then this is probably the channel you're going to want to subscribe to. We want to put this content out specifically, hopefully out there to the beginner breeders, enthusiasts, people just kind of sparking their interest into ball pythons, because we're relatively new and at that intermediate stage and building quite the collection in our opinion. And we want you to understand we experience the same feelings that you're going through. That being said, sometimes, you know, maybe the bigger brands are too big to be able to assist you or get to you, or maybe you may not feel up to the task of putting yourself out there, extending yourself to ask maybe new or newbie questions. Well, ask them here, please do. You may educate us, or you may educate someone else that's also feeling the same way that you are. Again, if this is the content for you, you're going to want to subscribe, and let's roll. Boom! So, this week's episode of Gene Chasers, we're actually doing it on Window. Window, it was first called Window Granite. But they, well, the masses for the most part has abbreviated the gene to Window. Window's a interesting gene that we are still learning information about. Window is a granite gene, but it works a little different than most of the other granite genes. I think that, and that's another good reason to do these series. Personally, I feel like some of the issues in the ball python game comes from naming genes. Some gene names are really cool, and then they kind of get dropped by the wayside, or no one works them, and then pretty much that name is already swallowed up and gone. Can't really reuse it. The other thing about it is you come up with really cool names, like Granite, for instance, is a really cool name. Granite is an actual gene. There's a gene Granite, but then you also have a category of genes called Granite. So you can work with the gene Granite, that's also a granite gene, obviously, or you can work with a granite type gene like Window or Grim or Hetari, and they be a granite type gene. So every time you reference the granite type gene, you're referencing the granite gene, and it gets confusing. So that's what I mean by the naming of different things. Maybe they need to categorize granite type genes as a different name for the type, just because there's actually a gene called Granite. But again, I'm a beginner trying to make sense of this stuff along with you guys. Again, that's why we have this series. But back on topic, Window. Window has been, as far as I dated it back, I wanted to do this specific series because we have a little bit of it. We have and we got more coming, and it's not really talked about a lot. Window has not been worked through a whole bunch. A handful of select people really working the gene, really even have the gene. We acquired ours from Tony, over at Hardwire Exotic, thankfully. But Michael Cole is working it big time. He's kind of put it on the map as far as, and I think that's Ballroom Python South, I believe. He's really put it on the map. We're also going to try to show some pictures of different combos as well from things that we don't maybe have. But Michael Cole did a lot with the gene and focused on window, and I mean kind of made himself known for working with the gene when you start speaking about window. Not very many YouTube videos on it. Maybe you're one of the select few people that's actually working with the gene, and hopefully this video will open your eyes up to what it can actually do. Again, we're on the earlier stages of the gene, and it's still untapped in a market where everyone's looking to try to do something a little different. I think you probably should take a good look at window. So the gene itself has a speckling pattern, speckling to it in the pattern, which is why it's a granitic type gene. But typically when you start comboing it up, it kind of starts cleaning up things a little bit better. The belly and the side, or the side meets the belly, you have a lot of flaming going on with window, as well as some blushing in between the alien heads. The alien heads are super funky, which is another reason it's a granite gene. You have, eyes in it, no eyes in it, kind of a little shredderish look in the alien heads. It's really cool gene to take a serious look at. Like I said, it doesn't work the traditional way that other granite genes work in combos, and actually it tends to paradox in certain combos, which is cool because in this market a lot of people love paradox snakes or paradox ball pythons. You can have a common ball python combo and it double and triple and quadruple in value just because it's paradox, because it's sought after, it's visually pleasing, it's something drastically different from what's on the market. That's why people go after paradox. It's like a collection, it's like a mantle item in a way in your collection. But it tends to the paradox animals, which is that if that's something you want to go after, boom, you got a gene that tends to actually do that. I believe Eric Walsh, Monster Morse, he created or produced a super window calico. I believe it was a male, and that was probably 2 or 3 years ago. So he's produced a lot of calico window. I wonder if he produced more super windows. But the super window, it gives you, which I guess that's also another reason that I kind of gravitate toward it. My favorite color is red, and it gives you a really cool red undertone. It's like a brick red with white ringers. One of the best genes that complements window, period, is sugar and calico. They go hand in hand together with window, and we have a little bit of it, and we have more of it on the way, like we said. And we think that's definitely the way to go with window. Guys, we really think that window could be a sleeping giant. I think you could really make a program out of it, a project out of it, and take that gene somewhere. So that being said, let's show you off a few. Okay, so this here, guys, is single gene with some het influences. You know how we go, everything out of het influences. But this is a single gene window. And check it out. Not a whole bunch of things going on in the head area. But check out the pattern. And the alien heads, there go the blushing and flaming. Blushing goes in between the alien heads and flames at the bottom of the belly. Yes, tracks on this one. This female is actually window double het hypopide. Want to get that into that program, but check her out. And there goes some of the funkiness going on at the tail region of the window to connect the alien heads and dragging it out drastically. Yeah, almost did a little pod ringer. But that's her. I'll show this one off. So this is actually a male. To show you a little bit of consistency In the gene, let me show you the male if he'll cooperate. So the male we have 1.1 window double het hypopod. Still nothing truly going on in the head area. He's a little bit bigger than the female. But check out the same thing. Blushing flames and the wicked alien head, elongated alien head, drug out patterns, some eyes, some no eyes. Consistent, very consistent gene between the male and the female. What I have noticed, female is smaller. She was relatively brighter than the male, and now they're tending to actually even out. She's still a hair brighter, but she's starting to even out in tone. Okay, so for all you guys that's seen a Mojave, let's see if she'll cooperate with me. Come on, mama. So if you see Mojave, this is Mojave window double het hypopod female. Check her out. Same thing going on. You got the normal Mojave interaction or display, but then you have crazy alien heads along the sides. Mojave striping it out, which it normally does, but still the wicked, drawn out, elongated alien heads on the side. It's just truly incredible. So we definitely want to get it mixed up in a few other combinations. I don't know, maybe put it to our, I don't want to put it to our Aussie boy just yet, because we're still trying to figure out some of the simpler combos with window. So we're going to mix it, but not mix it heavy and just jump in the deep end, because we could take this female to our Aussie boy, which is super inchy, orange dream, leopard, hypo, pod, pos het, ultra male, and then really confuse the mess out of us. But we'll see. Maybe the year after next. And last but not least, this is a female, smaller female that's growing up, and we actually just acquired a male, breeder male, same exact genes. So this is blackhead window calico. So you see how dark it is on the dorsal. Still gives you a lot of blushing between the alien heads, flames at the belly still, and crazy elongated random eyes in your alien heads. And at the tail, same thing, elongated alien heads at the tail. This girl is not het for anything. This is just a triple incomplete dominant gene snake that we are going to put in the mix and make some really, really cool holdbacks to work the window gene and blackhead even further. But now we got calico in the mix. Really cool. So, like we said, try to show a couple combos that we don't have in our collection as I talk to you guys and close out the video. Hopefully you guys like videos like this. Again, at the very, I mean, we're not even touching on the possibilities in this gene. There's so many possibilities out there. Everybody need to go out there and get you a little piece of it and excuse me, work it as you see fit. I think it can really open up some really cool new combinations where together we can all increase the demand in the window gene. I don't know, we really want to take it a few different places. Not going to announce it just yet, let us get our legs up underneath us first, and then see if it pans out to be going in the right way. Again, a lot of this stuff is trial and error. Every gene you put together is not going to mesh super well, and you got to figure out what complements what, and kind of take that combo and see what that's going to complement, and keep walking it ahead so you can be a leader in that project, or whatever your goal may be. See if it looks good in clown, see if it looks good in ultramel, whatever it is. Now with the double visuals, triple visuals, quad visuals, I mean, the possibilities are literally endless. You can get in the ball python industry at any time, including right now, and depending on the decisions you make in your breeding projects and breeding programs. Not saying that you're gonna just lead the industry, because that's not our goal, but you can definitely be someone known for working with something in this industry. You just gotta focus and execute. Anyway, definitely subscribe, follow our journey, like this video, hit that notification bell so you know when we drop these videos for you to view. Comment down below what you'd like to see next, and we'll see if we can get it out there to you guys. But it's Will, Flawless Exotic Creations. We out.